Hey guys, Ryan Dossey, and in part 2 of today's video, I'm going to walk you guys through step-by-step how to pull high interest rate lists, people with balloons coming due, and a hack in PropStream. Let's dive right in. So we're going to start with ListSource. So this is ListSource. It's a CoreLogic product. You have to create an account and then you pay per record is kind of how the structure is set up there. I don't have an affiliate link for you or anything like that. Again, we're happy to pull these for you, or you can pull them yourself. Now, that being said, ListSource is a CoreLogic product. They're kind of like the gold standard when it comes to data quality. The reason we often use PropStream is they have better like motivation factors, but honestly, they're both solid when it comes to getting in front of the right people who own the properties that you're trying to find. So this is ListSource. Their tool here is pretty straightforward. You're going to click on this Create Your Own button. Now, one thing to note, like I'm going to try to go through this at a decent clip, so you might have to pause it if you're following along. So we're going to start with, obviously, first and foremost, your geography. For the sake of this example, I'm going to do based off of a city. You can either do by city, zip code, or county. They do have like a map search function, but it's atrocious and we won't do that for you because it sucks. So we're going to go in here and the first thing we have to pick is our state. So I'm going to do Indiana. And for the sake of this example, I'm going to do Indianapolis, which is my own market. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I. All right, sweet. So we're going to do Indianapolis. You can see there's, hundreds of thousands of property opportunities there. The next thing we're going to do is go to property, and we're looking for detailed property type, excuse me. And then we're going to click on detailed property type. Now, for the sake of this example, I'm going to do just SFR, which is single family. Typically, I'd also add in duplex, triplexes, and quads. Next thing we're going to do is go back to this drop down, and we're going to add in equity, right? Doesn't matter if they own a house. We want them to have equity where they can afford to sell it to us at a discount, assuming it needs some work done to it. So 35 to 100. Click add. All right, 132,000 that have houses that they have equity on. Pretty fat list, right? Watch this. We're going to tap on the mortgage tab now. And under mortgage, we're going to do all mortgages. And we're going to scroll down to interest rate. It's up to you how picky you want to be here. I would recommend going 4% plus. So click 4, hold shift, click again to highlight all of them and click add down to 7,000. So we literally took a list from 132,000 in this giant metro of like 1 million people down to 7K, right? These are people that didn't get in on the sexy rates. Now, you can also go over here to options and you can pick if you're including properties that are owned by LLCs. This currently says no. If it were me, I would also include the LLCs, which is just a slight increase in records. Simply going to scroll down here, going to click purchase list, and you can see there's your cost, right? So 8,000 records. There's your cost on it. Now, here's a perk of having us pull the list for you. We buy millions of records a year, so it ain't costing me anywhere near $1,500 to pull this data for you. So if you're like me and you're an investor that actually operates and you need deals, hit up Ballpoint in the link I'm going to post below in the pinned comment, and they'll get you this same list for a way better rate than this. So that was our first list, which was people with rates above 4%. You could filter that out in some other ways if you wanted to, right? You could focus on just the absentee owners, or you could focus on just the ones that are absentee or seniors. If it's me, like that's a relatively small list for me to just smash with postcards. I'm going to hit the whole thing because clearly for some reason they didn't take advantage of the good rates. Maybe they didn't have great credit. Maybe they had something else going on, but indicates to me they might be open to selling. So we're going to go back to create your own and we're going to pull the balloon mortgage now. So kind of same thing we did before. We're going to go city, We go state, Indiana, Indianapolis, A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I. Bet you didn't think you'd hear me sing today. All right, sweet. So we've got Indianapolis pulled. Same thing. We're going to go property. We're going to go property type. And we're going to go detailed. Same thing. I'm just going to do SFR again. Click add. All right. Now under mortgage, we're going to do balloon loan. And we're going to do only balloon loans. Not very many of these, right? 212. So just pull the whole list and hit it. One thing to note, Ballpoint's not going to do that small of a list for you. Our minimum is 500 with like proofs and back and forth. It's not even worth it for us to do that small of a list. So if you're wanting that list pulled, you either need to pull it yourself or have us pull it on top of some other lists for you. If this is something that you're not actively doing, I want you to like this video. Just a quick, hey, I got value out of this. It's been a little while since I've dropped something for you guys, right? Give me an attaboy. Now let's hop into PropStream and I'm going to show you how to do the same thing. PropStream is $99 a month. Shameless plug. I've got an affiliate link for them. I've used them for years. They've made me more money than I can count. I'm going to throw that in one of the pinned comments down below. Guys, the reason I show you how to do this, like, don't get me wrong, we can pull the list for you, but I'm much more of a fan of like teach a man to fish versus just feeding you and just pulling it for you, right? I want you to understand what you're doing and why. So if you have an account, you're going to log in. Pretty much the same thing here as list source. So we're going to start by throwing in the city that we're marketing to. We're going to click on filter here. We're going to go down to property characteristics and we're going to pick our single families, 275,000 of them. We're going to go down to filter, valuation, and equity, and we're going to add in that equity percent. That's right here of 35 to 100. Then we're going to go down to mortgage info. So under mortgage info, we're going to go down to interest rate, and I'm going to set a minimum interest rate of 4%. And bam, we can see that cuts the records down pretty dramatically. Now, one thing to note here, PropStream and ListSource are different data providers. They get their data from different places. So you can see PropStream has this disclaimer of estimated, and they have 46,000 to ListSource's 8K, right? ListSource's isn't estimated as far as I know. So from an accuracy perspective, I'd probably pull ListSource. Now, that being said, like, I don't blame you for not going to drop 46,000 pieces of mail. We can kind of play with this a little bit, right? So we can hop into here and maybe we'll give me stuff over 5. Right? Okay, that has us at, 23,000. Well, give me stuff over 6. Right? So you can kind of work it up to get to more of like a list size you're comfortable with. But guys, if they've got a 6% interest rate and they didn't refi and it's a house, like, might be something going on there. So if you wanted to export that list out, PropStream gives you up to 10,000 records a month. I think it's like a penny for every record over that. You'd click this button, click add to lists, click create new, call it what you want to call it, and click save. It won't let me save it because I've already pulled all my records for the month. But it would then go over here into the My Properties, and it would be in that list over here. You'd simply click on the list, click this button, click export, count up how many records you have, go buy that many on Ballpoint and give the data to customer service, and they'll get that fulfilled for you. So another thing to note is ListSource is the only place that you can get the balloon mortgage. I was looking for it here in PropStream under mortgage info. It should be under loan type, but it's not there. So there's credit lines, reverse mortgages, construction, which you could maybe do construction, right? Somebody's got a loan that they're going to need to get out of at some point, just for giggles. There's 3,600 of those. So maybe you do that, but it's not quite the balloon thing. So great argument for construction loans because those typically need to be refied out, but not quite the balloons that we found in ListSource. I don't know anybody that's this tactical with the content that they share or that's a practitioner like this. That's always been my thing, right? I don't want to just like talk about real estate and not actually do it. I'm in the trenches with you guys figuring this stuff out. So if you found this helpful and you weren't already doing this stuff, I know you've already liked the video because we made that deal and you're a man or woman of your word. But if you're not already, just subscribe to the channel and share this with your buddies that are in real estate because we're all in this together.